Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, these are your messages for the month of May. So I've asked what energies will be surrounding you, Capricorn, during the month of May. And the main focus card that I was pulling for you guys was from this deck, and it's called Sacred Purpose, Eternal Flame, Ancestral Legacy. So I want to read a little bit about this card because it's very deep, and I just want to give you guys as much insight as I can regarding the card that came up. That's the main focus of the month of May, the main energy surrounding you. So the affirmation that's attached to this particular card is, I honor the eternal flame within, I value my ancestral heritage, and I perpetuate the sacred energy for those yet to come. So this card is very deep. When I see this card, it talks about the eternal flame that represents your soul and the things that your sacred purpose and the things that have come before you and the legacies that you will leave after you move on. So this is all about the energy that you perpetuate on this earth while you're here. And that's regarding, cultural, spiritual, familial legacy, and, just kind of focusing on that. And when we think about that and the past and how much has gone on before we even arrived here, and how much of an imprint we will leave during our lifetime. It's just a very deep card. So you guys could be focused on things like that right now, or something could have kind of inspired you to think more about your family or your legacy recently. And I also feel like, Capricorns, you guys have perhaps been going through some pain, or there was something that needed to be released. But the good thing is, I do feel like you guys have been very spiritual, and you've kind of gone within, and your prayers are being answered in terms of moving forward, or perhaps you've shifted your perspectives, and it came up that you are healed. What energies will be surrounding you for the month of May? You are healed, which is a beautiful message. It says the healing you've prayed for is on its way, and you actually got the prayer card. And I haven't pulled this deck at all for any of the other piles, but I was drawn to. And breathe came up, forest. Perhaps being outside will make you feel refreshed, but also just take a deep breath, just breathe. And you've come through the hardest part of your journey at this point right now. I do feel like whatever it was in this particular aspect of your journey, the hardest part has been over, and you've actually worked through the release. I feel like, Capricorns, you've been putting in some work, and you were able to release that. I do want to say the Sun card is one of the happiest cards in the deck, and it's all about joy and happiness. And if you think about just being out in the sun, the way that it feels on your skin, we just can feel rejuvenated, and I do feel like that's coming for you. I do want to say that this card flipped off the table, literally flipped off and fell onto the floor. So I feel like you're going to have to put in a little bit of effort to find this energy, even though it's there for you. There is probably something you may have to kind of tap into in order to fully feel the effects of that radiant sun, that wonderful, joyful feeling. But just know that you can breathe easy. You have healed. You've come through the hardest part of that aspect of whatever you were going through. I do feel like you guys have really tapped into some self-love recently, or your inner child has been a bit healed from whatever you've gone through. You also, at the bottom of the deck, got sign from heaven. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello, giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. And look, you've also got something to do with ancestrals. So this could be, if you believe in that, someone that has passed on that is supporting you and loving you from beyond, and helping you kind of reach your goals and listening to those prayers that you're putting through here. But I want to read this to you, just a little excerpt here. Your sacred purpose calls you to honor the holy fire in your own soul. Ancient priestesses would tend the sacred flame by keeping balance among the elemental kingdoms of earth, air, fire, and water. And so you guys have this, I feel like you guys have like an inner knowing of what this is, this sacred purpose, or it's been kind of calling to you. And it says that the eternal flame represents your soul presence through time, but it's not limited to your own experience. It extends throughout your personal lineage, going back to your ancient ancestors and moving forward to the descendants yet to come. Your ancestors are calling you home. Their energy pulses through your veins in your DNA, and their histories vibrate in the long heritage that has come together to create the person you are at the moment. This is your cultural, spiritual, and familiar past, reminding you that it's important to honor your ancestors and consider the value they have brought to your life. Also be conscious of the energy you are perpetuating in the culture, spiritual, and familial legacy you are leaving behind. So it's all about kind of really thinking about the mark that we're leaving in this lifetime. So it's very deep, Capricorn. I don't know what you're going through that's making you think that way, but I do feel like there will be a lot of deep thinking going on in terms of your life in general. And you guys have come so far, and you have this energy to tap into this month, which is, this feels so deep and so, I don't want to say heavy, but it feels like, you guys are feeling major responsibilities at this time. And you do have the ability to kind of just breathe and tap into this lovely, joyous energy. You do deserve it, and I hope that you know that. And also, you have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is all about kind of drawing a line in the sand, protecting what's yours, sticking up for yourself when you need to, and kind of, holding your line, basically. And this person, he kind of jumped into action very quickly because he has two different shoes on. So you may feel like a lot has been coming at you, and you've had to kind of defend yourself and release things that you've gone through. And I feel like you're coming out on the other side of that, which is really lovely. I do want to get another card for you guys. Spirit, what advice do you have for Capricorn at this time? What advice do you have for Capricorn? Perfect. So you have answered prayers. That's come through twice. If you guys have been praying regarding something, your prayers have been answered. All your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. Capricorn, congratulations. You've put in a lot of work, and you've really had a lot of faith working in your life. I feel like you guys are very connected right now to Spirit. It says clearing negativity, release negativity from within or around you. Just like I said, I do feel like you guys have been working on that, and it is absolutely working, and this lighthearted, wonderful energy is coming towards you now. And you may be focused on what kind of mark you're leaving in this world, which it can be heavy sometimes to feel that burden, but you can tap into these lighter energies, and also you can sink into that energy when you need to in order to really think about your life moving forward and how beautiful you can create it with the power of your faith and prayer and things like that. So Capricorn, what beautiful energy. I love that so much. And if you have been worried about financial situations, your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. So I feel like your faith is really strong right now. You've got this lovely yellow energy, which is very positive energy. And I feel like whatever you feel needs healed or needs help, prayer is the way to go. Continue to have that faith, and perhaps even, maybe even researching a bit about your past or things that you've gone through or things that you're feeling really pulled and drawn to looking into. They could be related to that sacred purpose that you possess, but just know that this lighthearted energy is here for you in May. I hope you enjoy the month. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.